India and the world. In this topic you will learn how central location of India at the head of Indian Ocean is important. The Indian landmass has a central location between East and West Asia. The Trans-Indian Oceanic route provides a strategic central location to India. India has long coastline on Indian Ocean. From west coast, India established close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe. From east coast, India established close contact with East Asia and Southeast. The Indian landmass has central location between East and West Asia. Trans-Indian Oceanic route. This is sea route. This is Trans-Indian Oceanic route. Trans means across. So Trans-Indian Oceanic route provide strategic central location to India. India has long coastline on Indian Ocean. From west coast, India established close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe. From the east coast, India established close contact with East Asia, Southeast. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and the West Asia. India is the southward extension of Asian continent. The Trans-Indian Oceanic route connects the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of the East Asia, provide a strategic central location to India, helping India to establish close contact with the West Asia, Africa, Europe from the west coast and Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. So no other country has a long coastline on Indian Ocean as India has. So it is India's eminent position on the Indian Ocean which justify the naming of an ocean after it. So India hold tidal authority of Indian Ocean. India has a long coastline which is very advantageous. India has longest coastline on Indian Ocean. This long coastline has given a tremendous boost to India's maritime trade. Almost 90% of India's international trade is carried out through sea route. India has long coastline mainly due to the Deccan Peninsula extending into the Indian Ocean, dividing it into two water, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So you can see the India's central location at the head of Indian Ocean and its long coastline have helped much in its interaction through the sea. The sea route passing through the ocean provide easy connectivity and accessibility of India with the west and the east. Location of India contributed to the exchange of ideas and commodities. Let's see the effect of India's contact with the world in ancient and medieval period. The various passes across the mountain in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers. These routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient time. The ideas of Upanishad, the Ramayanas, story of Panchatantra, Indian numerical, decimal system reach many parts of the world. The spices, muslin, other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. On the other hand, the architectural style of dome, minaret from West Asia can be seen in different parts of our country. India held an important position in the ancient world. It had trade relation with many countries. One of the famous land route was connected to the famous Silk Route of China. So these would contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient time. India had relation with Southeast Asian countries like Cambodia, Java, Sumatra, Bali. And from the time of Kanishka also, the Indian traders started going to China, Afghanistan, Central Asian countries. And now during the medieval period also, India came in close contact with many foreign land such as Arabs, Turks, Mongols, Chinese and Europeans. From this paragraph, your question is how the central location of India at the head of Indian Ocean is considered of great significance. Your homework is to learn this. I am repeating the question. How central location of India at the head of Indian Ocean is considered of great significance. I am repeating the points. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and West Asia. India is southward extension of Asian continent. Now, Trans-Indian Oceanic route provides a strategic central location to India. India has a long coastline on Indian Ocean. From west coast, India established close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe. From east coast, India established close contact with East Asia and Southeast. Next question is, you will have to learn the effect of India's contact with the world in ancient period. I am repeating the question. Learn the effect of India's contact with the world in ancient period. The points that you will keep in mind. The various passes across the Himalayas have provided passages to the travelers. These routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient time. The ideas of Upanishads, the Ramayanas, the stories of Panchatantra, Indian numerical decimal system have reached many parts of world. The spices, muslin and other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. The influence of Greek sculpture, the architectural style of dome, minarets from West Asia can be seen in our country. Now you can understand the India's geographical location is favorably important for international trade, and due to its central location in the eastern hemisphere, India lies on the major trade route. And it is also clear over here that it helped in establishing close cultural and commercial contact with these countries.